every single time I got in a cab, and the cab driver would be like, what do you do? And I'd be like, oh, I'm a PhD candidate at Northwestern. Every single time they'd go, I could do that.
The fuck?
I was doing it, and I didn't think I could do it.
Please put your hands together for the amazing Ashley Nicole Black and the astounding Alice Wetterlund. Hi. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. Hi, hi.
Hi. Yeah. White Lives are sort of whatever. It's available on my website. So.
Ashley.
Hello.
Good to see you
Hi.
again.
You too.
You were a longtime correspondent for Full Frontal with Sam B.
Woo!
It's not a great moment for late night. Yeah.
15 people remember it.
The Late Show was canceled. What was your reaction to that?
I mean, instantly, because, obviously I'm, in the community. So we heard about it minutes before you did. And I was instantly like, something's not right, because I know the show is good, and I know the ratings are good, and I know what it costs to make a late night show, which is roughly 3 pieces of popcorn and, a Diet Coke if your boss is fancy. So it's like, something's not adding up. And then, of course, the news comes out, and you're like, oh, it isn't adding up. And what was, I'll say, silver lining about it is this has actually been happening for a while, shows getting canceled for weird political reasons, but they always come out and they go, it was about money. And then everybody goes, it was about money. Thanks, CEO, for telling us what it was about. And then us weirdo artists were like, it wasn't about money, guys. That's not what it is. There's a weird political thing happening. And so this one, I think, because the show got canceled so soon after Stephen said the thing, you just couldn't deny that something strange had happened. So it's almost like the first time everyone was like, that is weird, which was exciting for me, a person who always sees the weird.
Alice, what do you think?
But I'm going to disagree, because it is about money. I mean, my show was just canceled. You saw it.
Are you putting it in quotes because it wasn't canceled?
Yes, I am putting it in quotes because so we wrote an ending to our series that we were all really proud of.
It was Resident Alien.
Resident Alien. Coming to your TV when? No one knows. That's part of the problem. Our show, we wrote an ending because we were sick of them nickel and diming us on everything. And we were making the show for less and less money each season. And we were like, let's get out of here. If they want to pick us up, they have to spend this amount of money. Otherwise, we're out. And we wrote an ending. We were all proud of it. We all got to say goodbye to our show. And then they were like, we went to Comic-Con, and they were like, we're going to tell everybody that it's ending this season so that you can promote the show. And then this article came out. It was like, Resident Alien canceled. I'm like, well, is that really what happened? Or it's sort of don't tell anybody about the breakup. I think we should roll it out together. It's like, she got dumped. That's not what we talked about.
She didn't break up with me. I broke up with her.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
It's so interesting.
Why would they do that?
Because the company that we work for, and I don't know what it is, so I can't name names. They're the kind of company that they'll call you and they'll be like, hey, I just want to make sure, do you have everything you need? Because we want to make sure you don't. That kind of thing. Where it's almost like they do it for sport to make our lives worse. And that's why I say it is about money, too. We didn't get canceled for political reasons, except for the political reason that the machine that we all make this stuff within has become a money-making endeavor for shareholders that it's not supposed to be. It was never about, telling stories on TV and movies was never about making money for shareholders. It was like, some people got rich. But now it's about, David Zaslav making $250 million while the writers get they beg for $10 million over 3 years. It's like you can't. There's people whose whole job it is to squeeze money out of a thing that was never supposed to make money, that kind of money, And now we're fucked.
Yeah, it was like Hollywood was built to make people hey, check out my boat money. And then it was like, wow, if you're really good at Hollywood, you get boat money.
Yeah.
And if you're really good at it, you get to be a highfalutin Robert Evans type. This kid stays in the picture, everybody in the hot tub, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And it wasn't supposed to be NASDAQ money.
No.
But then it's like, actually, with Iron Man, there's NASDAQ money in it. And it was like, NASDAQ money? Holy fuck! Let's get some of that NASDAQ money. I don't think sketch comedy is going to make us that NASDAQ money. I don't know if this little show about a kind of befuddled alien is going to make us NASDAQ money. I don't know if these sketches by black women are going to make us NASDAQ
Certainly
money.
it's not. It's also, though, like the boat money has become removed from labor, right? So even the people who were making a ton of money, and you're like, that person's making too much money to like look hot in a movie, she still had to show up to work and look hot in the movie. You know what I mean? Like, she clocked in. Even the execs who were like green lighting pictures or giving writers notes or whatever, they clock in, they do a job, and in exchange for that, they got their boat and cocaine money. And even if you think it's too much money, it was in exchange for labor. Now money is flowing out, and it's not going to labor, and it's not going to promo, and it's not going to buying props and drugs anymore. It's going elsewhere. Yeah.
We had an idea for doing something on this show that would involve like a candy glass vase. Remember that? And we didn't do it because it was like, this is stupid, and you thought of it 15 minutes for the show, you dumb idiot. But at like 4:30 on the day of the show, we like called around, and one of the places that does props in LA was closed, and I like called, and I was like, oh, I missed them, they closed. And then the guy called me back and is like, hey, we just missed a call from you. And I was like, oh, I was thinking about doing this. And he was like, well, you could do it with this, you could do it with that. He was like so excited because he was like, I love props. I'm a prop guy. I got all kinds of props. You need glass? I got vases, I got cups. It was nice. It was like, oh, right, this town used to fucking make shit.
It used to, and now it doesn't because they make things in Atlanta and Vancouver, which is another reason, because if you make a movie in Atlanta, you will get 30% back from the government. And Atlantans are like, hey, we don't like paying for this, but that's what's going on. And LA has no way to compete with that because we already had the infrastructure built. We didn't have to lure anybody here. So it's a thing. And our show, Resident Alien, had we rated in the Nielsen ratings. We were in the top 10 in Nielsen for our third season. And they came back and told us we weren't making them, it's not profitable. And it's like, yeah, it's not profitable if you want to rent Capri for your wedding. But if you just want a boat and some cocaine, which is what you should want, you fucking monster. And the thing is, A24, after the writer's strike, after the actor strike, they were just like, what are your demands? Okay, we'll meet them. Okay, what you want to make these movies? Okay, we'll make them. And we'll get on our boats with our cocaine later. And no one hates us. So the model exists, right?
I might change my LLC name to Boat and Cocaine Production.
I think that's what we're...
Because I will tell you, like, all of my friends who are comedy writers, we are just trying to make boat and cocaine shows. Like, I was telling you backstage, I go home, every single time I go home, whether it's once a month, 3 times a week, when I arrive at my mother's house, my family is watching Martin. You would think Martin was being produced today. They're watching Martin, okay? You could not convince a studio in Los Angeles to make a show like Martin, which is one set, a bunch of actors who weren't super famous at the time, boat and cocaine budget TV show. People are watching them. We have the data of what people are watching on streaming. We know they're watching them, but they won't make them. They only want to make giant, expensive stuff.
It's a genuine, like, it's an actual mania. Like, there's nothing inherent to streaming. Like, Happy Gilmore 2 is out. And I haven't seen Happy Gilmore 2. I'm sure it's not good, but I haven't seen it. Maybe it's great. I should be less pessimistic. But it's like, oh, wow, they made Happy Gilmore 2. That makes sense. Everybody loved Happy Gilmore. Think about a world before Happy Gilmore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
There was a world without Happy Gilmore, and someone said, I think there can be a world with Happy Gilmore in it. Like, the 90s was an era of boat and cocaine shows and boat and cocaine movies. There are multiple movies where witches cast spells on Jim Carrey, and it's like, you can no longer do lies. You now have to say yes. There's a mask on your face, can't get it off. billions, billions. Ashley, I understand you're writing Ma too?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, I am.
Mama. Is that what it's called, Mama?
A lot of great names were suggested on the internet, and I'm gonna have to like comb through them.
Oh, we're not calling it Mama.
No, not yet.
That's too bad.
We'll see.
Love It or Leave It is brought to you by Civitech. Are you frustrated with the state of politics right now, looking for a way to make an impact without getting tear gassed or arrested? Or why not both? Civitech can help. There are over 50,000 local elections this year all across the country. These races are being handed to MAGA Republicans. Civitech has identified millions of unregistered, likely Democratic and progressive voters who could make the difference this year and in next year's midterm. Civitech is the secret weapon for progressive campaigns, advocacy groups, nonprofits, and individuals looking to drive real change. If you're trying to register and turn out progressive voters, look no further. Civitech's peer-reviewed approach is scientifically proven to be the most effective and cost-effective way to do it. Whether you want to register a few voters or tens of thousands, Civitech can help. And look, there's a lot of things we're going to have to do to start winning elections instead of, what's the word, losing them. But
don't want to lose. Winning's better than losing. Take it from us, the pros.
Yeah. Hey, we win about a third of the time, and it's better. In baseball, it'd be a very good hitter, but a very bad team. The point is, we got to get more people to turn out, and Civitech is one really important way to do that. Visit civitech.io/loveit to learn more. That's civitech.io/loveit. Start registering Democrats and help move the needle this election cycle. I thought of a good name for Ratatouille 2 for Patton, which is Ratatouille.
Yeah.
And then I thought of an even better name for the sequel of Ratatouille 2. Ratatouille 3.
Yeah.
Why'd I do this
3.
with Patton out here? All right.
And then Ratatouille
Ratatouille
4,
3.
Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
3 rats and a little lady.
A rat could never make sushi. Speaking of free speech,
Sure. Sure.
we all have things we wish we could say, but dare not speak aloud. Like how Paramount and Skydance have all kinds of things they can't say anymore.
Yep.
You know, like them. Ashley used to host an advice podcast called Sip on This. Alice, you're funny.
I have a podcast as well, but
And you do it about Star Trek. I've been
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah,
Treks
pretty-
in the City.
yeah. Oh. There you go.
We watch episodes that talk about them.
We do.
Tonight, we invite you in attendance to share something you want to tell your coworker, your spouse, your neighbor, your co-conspirator, and we'll weigh in whether or not you should speak your truth or censor yourself. Okay? So if you have something you're not sure whether or not you should speak the truth about, raise your hand, and we'll take a couple and see what we think. In a segment called First Amendment Second Thoughts.
Wow. Thank you for using a good picture of me.
Wow, we look
That's
amazing.
That's
important to
cool.
me.
That's cool. Hi.
Hi.
What do you want to tell somebody?
So my former director, I just got a new director, and he brags about how great the team is, and they're not. And my old director has a team that is great, and she doesn't brag about them. So I'm wondering if I should tell her she needs to be more confident and talk up her team, or just keep my head down.
That's not the question I thought you were
I
going to
didn't
ask.
either think that. I thought you were going to say, should I tell this new guy? You know, you don't need to say it if it's true.
Why wouldn't you?
Because she kind of has a history of, like, if you piss her off, she goes for you.
And what kind of director? Like of film, of marketing?
No, director of, like, business stuff.
Business director.
A director of
Business
business
director.
stuff.
Yeah. No,
So we're
I'm not in
talking
the
about a
industry.
lean-in queen here.
Yeah.
I got it. I'm going to just, spoiler alert, I'm always team say it. That's why I'm single.
You know what? I'm the same way.
So I would say you should tell her, because we should always tell women to big up themselves. Like, I think that every woman should be bragging on herself 300 times more than she is, just like as a blanket. It's just true. Like, before I did this, I was getting a PhD at Northwestern, and I would get into cabs. And every single time I got in a cab, and the cab driver would be like, what do you do? And I'd be like, oh, I'm a PhD candidate at Northwestern. Every single time they'd go, I could do that.
The fuck?
I was doing it, and I didn't think I could do it. I was in a cold sweat every
My
day
God.
for 4 years. So in general, I'm like, every woman should be telling every other woman, like, bitch, talk your shit. However, you said she's not nice to you, so she can figure her shit out.
Yeah.
I'm not team
Yeah.
business lady. But I do think you should tell the boss who does brag that his team sucks. I think we should be telling people they suck more. There's nothing
I like that.
worse than watching someone walk around thinking they're good at something, and we're all doing a disservice
Right.
to them. This is not an
I'm
invitation
right
to
here.
raise your
Yes.
hands and tell me what I'm bad at.
I'm right
You
here.
should tell him.
But I think
Actually-
it sucks at work, like that everyone will like look around and make eyes at each other and snicker and laugh, and no one, hopefully their boss, will just say like, "Hey, maybe you could try this." Like I think we should tell people when they're bad.
But it might be hard for her at work if she says something like that. So
no, it will be. My life
maybe
is
I
terrible.
was thinking for this specific thing, maybe I could tell them. I'm
love that
free right
idea.
now. My show got canceled, and it's like a singing telegram type thing.
Okay.
First one's free.
All right. That was good advice. Let's see, we got a question over here.
All right, so I'm in a community that's a whole bunch of queer women and a few token straight women, one of whom repeatedly refers to her friend as her girlfriend. Do I just let it lie, or do I say something like, girl, what are you doing in this space talking like that?
Can I ask a follow-up?
Yeah.
Is the girl who's saying girlfriend black?
No.
Okay.
It's a white
changes
lady.
it. That changes
It's a
it.
straight
Changes
white
it.
lady.
I want to live in a world where this was a question about you saying, can I tell a black woman to stop saying girlfriend?
Oh my God, no.
That's why I had to check.
I mean, it would have been awesome. God, what a moment that would have been.
Wow.
I'm not an asshole, I swear.
I'll tell you what my honest reaction is nobody's hard. People say girlfriend. What are you're the word police now?
Fair.
That's our word, girlfriend. We took it
Well-
back from who?
Because it's confusing, I think, for people that
Oh,
enter the space.
So-
They're like, oh, yeah, oh.
Is it a
oh?
big problem if people think she's fucking that girlfriend?
Is she?
What if
also?
she is? What if she's
I
not?
mean, maybe she is.
So there you go.
There you go. Answer. Problem solved.
I think the problem is just that there aren't enough words, because it is, once you pass 35, girlfriend is tough. Like, that's your woman friend. And I do call my friends my girlfriend. And I think we just need more words. We need words for adults who are dating. We need words
Right.
for adults who are going to date forever and never get married. Like, we just need a lot more words.
Yeah,
Blue sky
partners.
pitch, friend.
Whoa.
I don't know. Maybe it might work. I don't know. Is that crazy?
Yeah, we do need more words. Boyfriend, girlfriend, partner. That stinks.
I call
the
my partner
same-
my sweetie.
That's cute.
Yuck. All right, let's do one more.
So my girlfriend, her ex of 6 years has been in town, and the musician artist he was playing for asked if he could stay at our home. And we both were kindly said yes and prepared the space for him, and he didn't show up. And I really just want to confront him and say, you're a pussy.
Okay. Okay, so I know this person. So actually, and this is, I can't say to your boss, but I can tell that guy. And I heard about this from my sweetie. So this is my sister-in-law's girlfriend talking now. And I know this ex. And I get to tell him. Okay?
Thank God.
I get to tell him. That was fucked up. I've been waiting for something to come up where I could nail this guy. And this is it. Happy ending.
I have to disagree. I think you thank this man. There's nothing someone can do better for you than not show up at your
That's
home.
true. That's a good point.
I do agree.
You had a reason to clean your house. The house is clean. Go home, put your feet up, watch Leanne, enjoy it. Thank you, sir, for not being in my house. I would like to thank all of you for not being in my house.
Yeah. Wow. I never thought of it that way. Having a house guest is, right, one fewer house guest is just having no one on earth in your home. Interesting, a lot to think about. All right, thanks everybody for your advice, questions. Thank you, Ashley and Alice. Ashley's also writing on shrinking.
I am.
And you can check out the final season of Resident Alien airing now on Sci-Fi USA and, of course, Peacock.